Hello. Sorry about the dodgy lighting. It's running on solar power, so not that bright. But it is Kenyan trip day 2, and I've decided that I'm going to start doing video diaries as well as my trusty travel journal, so that I can show people what Kenya is like rather than just write it out, I suppose. So far in the trip, I've had one night in Nairobi, which was interesting. It's very busy. The traffic, there is no such thing as traffic laws except speed. Traffic lights aren't really a thing. There's big roundabouts and there's police that shuffle people around them in a weird way, but everyone seems to get where they want to go. So it amazes me that there's not more accidents, but you cross the road at your own risk. And other than that, didn't see around the city too much because I arrived in the afternoon and left early in the morning, but stayed in a typical Kenyan hotel. I ate it was called a goat fry, which is kind of like a goat curry sort of thing with ugali, which is this awesome, it's one of the staple foods of Kenya. It's made from maize and water. It's like one of their staple carb, and these vegetables called zucchini, I think it is. It's kind of like spinach or silver beet, but not quite. Anyways, it was delicious. And then jet lag got me bad, and I hit the hay. And this morning I had mahambre for breakfast, which is kind of like a Kenyan donut. Was very interesting. And then we set off from Nairobi and drove to where I am now, which is the Masai Mara National Park, for a safari, which has been awesome. Took a long time to drive here because it was good road for a while, but then we hit the sort of very rough dirt road. And then once we got here, we had another sort of traditional Kenyan lunch. So I had chapati. They do a lot of buffet style here, so self-serve. A lot of the restaurants are. So you've got an option of lots of different things. But today it was lamb curry sort of thing, or beans and potatoes in a. I don't know what to call them other than curries. And then they've got a salad that's very common, that's pretty much coleslaw. Tastes very similar, looks very similar. It's all cabbage and carrot and that sort of thing. So and they've got sort of a few different staple carbs. They've got hot chips, fries. I didn't realize that would be such a thing, but there's fries everywhere. Or chapati, or ugali, or rice. Today we had the option, or noodles actually. Noodles are actually quite common too. So a usual sort of meal is some vegetables, which is the zucchini, which is the green, sort of like spinach, a meat sort of dish, or beans, and either ugali or rice or chapati or yeah, and they're not big on snacking, so it's sort of breakfast, lunch and dinner, and that's about it. The drive here was beautiful. Driving past, we drove through all the little towns, and it's sort of amazing to see the difference in, I guess, living standards, but the people, they'll wave to you as you go by, and it's beautiful. We went on a game drive tonight, and in our first game drive we saw some of the usual animals like giraffes and zebras and warthogs, pumbas. We saw lots of pumbas. But we were also very lucky and got to see, so there's the big 5, which are rhinos, elephants, lions, leopards, and buffalo. And we got to see lions, buffalo, rhinos, and elephants. So the only one one of the big 5 I haven't seen on my first game drive, which is very lucky, is leopard. And it's very rare to see rhinos in the Masai Mara because there's only 15 in 150 square kilometres. 100, something like that. Anyways, a big area. And yeah, so that was awesome. And I'm staying in probably the most western place I've been so far, very much so, where it's all very fancy, and we've got big 4-poster beds, and I'll take another video in the morning, but there's like it's glass doors to the front so that you can see out onto you can't see anything, no point, you can see out onto the landscape, I suppose. So we had a beautiful sunset, and it's full moon tonight, and yeah, I got to watch the sunset over the game park with all the giraffes and elephants and everything. There was a few herds of elephants, and then the moon rose, and it was a bright full moon. So that was beautiful. And then we just had a delicious dinner, which was kind of another buffet, but very, very upper class, I suppose you could say. I don't know how to describe it, but it was delicious. Zucchini soup was good. And now I'm about to hit the hay because it is like 5 a.m. at home, and I feel like I have been awake all night. But yeah, loving life, and Kenya is beautiful. I'll take some videos of the actual country tomorrow on the game drive and the safari. You sort of drive along, you head out the top of the bus, and it's awesome. And I'm in a group. I've got Edu, who's my trusty friend and companion, and then I'm in a group with another solo traveller, a German girl named Eva, and 4 Vietnamese people who are actually on a work trip. They work for Vietnamese TV. So yay, me gets to be on Vietnamese TV. And yeah, it's a good group, and I'm meeting lots of new people, and it's been amazing. But everyone here is awesome, and I'm exhausted, so I'm going to head to bed, and you'll hear more from me when I can actually get my phone out. I couldn't get my phone out. I can get my phone out here and everything, it's safe, but in Nairobi it's not safe to have too much technology and that sort of thing out. It can get stolen very easily, so but tomorrow should be fine. So until then, good night to all my family, miss you, and stay safe. You know I am.